Welcome to In Depth tonight. The YMCA, 4 letters that have been embedded in our conversations, our society, even in our music. In Evansville, the YMCA has roots dating back to the 1850s. Well, fast forward to today. The Y continues to expand and evolve, and many credit that to our guest tonight. I'm joined by Derek Stewart, the CEO of the YMCA of Southwestern Indiana. Derek is leaving his post to take on an even bigger challenge as president and CEO of the Greater Indianapolis YMCA. And Derek, thank you so much for being here tonight. I know these are exciting times, kind of maybe bittersweet in some ways, because this has been a huge chapter of your life. Absolutely. Your roots with the YMCA, I continue to be amazed, but they go back to 1995. Tell me about that.
Yeah, they do. I was a senior in high school at Bosse, and got invited to think about a part-time job at the Y working with kids in after-school programs.
And you obviously were hooked.
I was. I got hooked early, and I think I got a chance to see the power that we could have in mentoring and working with young people to sort of propel them to make better decisions and to have dreams for a brighter future.
And the perception of the YMCA, I think sometimes there's a mistaken perception that it's just basically, well, people working out, going to the gym, etc., staying fit, mind, spirit, body, but it is so much more than that, especially in Evansville now.
Well, absolutely. Wherever I live in my life, I'll be a member of the YMCA, in part because the Y is a great place to work out. It's a great place to get healthy. It's a great place to build relationships and be a part of a community. But the organization really is about more than just supporting individuals in their personal health journeys. The organization is about creating a stronger community. It's about figuring out, the challenges that young people are facing in their schools and trying to figure out how we can get in there and we can help them be more successful. It's helping single moms who, want to be active, want to be healthy, but are struggling with how to take care of their children. The Y has a mission and a belief that we have to support and take care of one another. And being a part of the YMCA is really being a part of something much bigger than a place to work out.
And your journey through all of this, it has not been easy at times. There are huge challenges, especially the way society is changing. We're becoming a society of, people just basically on the phone all the time and perhaps sitting on the couch. Fitness clubs are definitely proliferating throughout the area. With that being said, how much of a challenge was that to you, especially as the leader of the Y during the past 10 years, to keep that expansion going and evolving even more?
I think it's been important that we've remained innovative. People change, and the way they want to consume services, the way they want to be involved in relationships changes and evolves over time. And we have to be, focused and mindful as an organization to make sure that the services that we provide are relevant to what people are looking for today. And so we've constantly tried to figure out how do we reinvent ourselves as an organization to make sure we're meeting the most pressing and important needs of our community.
And that new building, let's talk about that downtown. They topped it off, I believe, last month, and it will be the new home for the downtown Y. And you have to be excited about that. I imagine you're going to come back to Evansville to at least see what that's going to look like and the people it will be serving when it's finished.
Absolutely. I'm so excited about the project and the future for the downtown YMCA. It's in the heart of our community. It serves people of all ages and from all walks of life, and we have designed and we're building a facility that prepares the YMCA for the next 50 or 60 years.
And there will be more students in Evansville. We have the young population is growing with the IU Med School opening up and people being enrolled. How can that help them?
I think one of the benefits of the Y is that we think we can be a place that brings people of all ages together. And so you're going to have this great student population. Well, we also have a lot of seniors at the YMCA, and they're looking for ways to maintain their health and improve their independence. And you have a lot of students within the Med Center. They're looking for ways to study things that they're going to try to do in their professions. And we think there's just great opportunities for partnership and collaboration.
And of course, there's a big question about the old Central High School gymnasium, which has been the home for many years, and it has been the venue for many events. What is the future there? Because I know people are talking about that. What's going to happen?
Yeah, it's probably one of the questions I get asked most frequently. Yeah. And people are somewhat disappointed in the answer because at this point we just don't know. We're going to be in our current building up until the day we move to the new building. That's slated to be around Labor Day of next year. And we've just made a commitment to get into the new building, figure out how things work in that building, figure out what the needs of the YMCA are moving forward. If there's a place for that central gym in the future of the Y, we're open to thinking about that. And if there's not, then we're open to thinking about how it might be used otherwise. And we recognize that it also might have to be demolished to provide additional capacity for parking and things like that to support the Y.
The Y has grown exponentially during the past, the time that you've been involved with it, dating back to 1995. So how many employees does the local Y take in?
Yes, sir. Our Y right now has about 550 or so employees. 50 of those are full-time, 500 of those are part-time. And some of those individuals that work just a few hours a week, but they all play a role in how we serve the community.
And members?
Yeah, we're about 20,000 members.
20,000.
So we're a big organization.
I think a lot of people would be surprised at that number.
Absolutely.
And but that encompasses everything in southwestern Indiana.
It does, and I have to point out that's just members. That doesn't include all of the program participants and participants at Camp Carson and child care participants. And we serve about 40,000 people a year in the southwestern Indiana region.
I'll ask you an intimidating question. You're going to be overseeing how many people now in Indianapolis?
Well, Indianapolis is a little bit larger, so
yes.
They've got about 3,000 employees, and so it'll be a little bit of a different game and a different challenge, but I feel prepared and I'm excited about it and looking forward to our future in Indianapolis.
Not bad for a 17-year-old high school kid who got a part-time job at the Evansville Y.
Absolutely. Had you asked me in 1995, would you be at the Y 25 years later, I would have thought, no way. But I'm looking forward to being able to say yes.
And describe the future as you see it for the YMCA, because things are changing so fast, but in Indianapolis and right here in Evansville.
I think at the end of the day, people in our communities need a third place. They have home, they have work, kids have school. They need another place in the community where they feel like they belong. And that's the special thing about the YMCA. When I was 7 or 8 years old, I spent my summers at the Y playing basketball. I felt like I belonged, and that need still exists today. And figuring out how we can be more relevant and more effective in how we serve people is key. But ultimately, the core service of being there, building relationships, is critical to the success of the Y. And I think there's a bright future.
Okay. The Young Men's Christian Association, but all faiths are welcome. It's welcoming to all people.
Absolutely. We try to model the example of Jesus Christ and welcoming all people. And we try and do that each and every day within the doors of our YMCA.
Well, Derek Stewart, hate to see you go, but we know that you'll be back. Sometimes people don't sever their hometown roots.
Absolutely.
And congratulations to you, and best of luck up in Indy.
Thank you.
All right.